My vision was to bring some health care to the neighborhood because it really lacks. It lacks a lot of services, and so that's what I wanted to do. But I wanted to bring it in on a level that was not to be expected. And so we have a nice patient base, a very faithful patient base, and they always tell us, they're kind of surprised to find an office of this size in a neighborhood like this.
When Bill told me that our core group was going to include 2 existing business owners that were customers, 2 new customers, and then 2 prospects, my question to him was, how in the world are you going to get someone who doesn't bank with you to participate and spend so much time and energy into a program with a bank that they have no relationship with? I was kind of skeptical. I took that stance with Dr. Lozado when I first told him about the pilot and invited him to participate, that it would not be a sales initiative on our part, and that we just wanted his input and his participation.
I guess because I'm a small business owner, I'm interested in trying different things and learning different things. So I said, sure, it sounds like an interesting program. And I said, yeah, let's go ahead and try it. Her initial visit to my office was a pleasant surprise. But I didn't really think we'd get much further than that.
I was nervous at first because he was my first one, but it was like this burden had been lifted off. I felt free to get to know him without having the pressure of, okay, I've got this checking account, I have this loan product, I have this card to sell. Just felt like all the barriers were down.
It was the starting point, and from there she had a better idea as to what happens in my office, what sort of things I have to deal with, and the kind of problems that we get into.
I did a lot of planning and put a lot of thought into the networking meeting and tried to imagine what it would be.
It was really, really interesting to find several different people, different business owners, different businesses. We all shared the same problems.
And so, I had an optometrist, I had the owner of a roofing company, I had a salon owner, I had a retail outlet. They were as different gets.
It actually, there's a comfort in knowing that other people are in your same situation. So that was a good feeling, and it was actually recharging is the way I remember thinking about it.
When I watched them at the end of the networking meeting pull out their cards, it was sincere that they wanted to keep in touch with each other, that they wanted to continue the conversations. When you think about, BLUEPRINT, that's a building block that you're going to have to address for each one of these business owners. And you didn't want it to be cookie cutter. You just, at that point, know them so well, you knew you didn't want to copy and paste the doctor's, issue onto the hair salons, even though they were the same. You wanted to make it unique and different.
Well, I hadn't expected it. I didn't know that was something that Sandy was going to give to me later on. And when she presented it to me, and to see that it was personalized, that it had information about my business and suggestions, direction, it was stunning. It was overwhelming to look at that and to see that a bank, no less, had taken the time to do that. Just a real surprise.
One of my charges as a branch manager is to continually bring in new business. And sometimes you can get caught up in trying to post numbers, and it can be kind of intimidating to go out there and make all these cold calls. And a light bulb went off in my head when I thought, wow, I'm doing my business development, but it's so much more than that because it's more targeted, more precise. It's not this harry-carry hit and miss, just knock on doors and hopefully you'll get something.
I don't think she sold me anything. If there was anything that was sold, it was personalities. And I think that wasn't even intentional. I think it just came out through the process.
To see me be able to have this kind of impact on the business owner and to see this relationship grow and continue to grow, and to know that it's just going to keep getting better and better even after the pilot's done has been very gratifying for me. It has kind of revitalized me.
That was really the main reason why I decided to switch over, was that there was an obvious interest in Rosedale Vision Center.
It has been a breath of fresh air. You know, and a banker always needs a breath of fresh air. I mean, who is more stuffy and conservative than a banker? And to get something like this that can put the wind back in your sails, that you can pass along to other people, yeah, it's exciting.